Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to Community Distance Reiki. If you are new here, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. And if you're watching on the replay, you're going to have just as much fun and healing a time as if you were here live. I'm Danielle Stimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I'm so happy to share all this with you today. If you are new here, go ahead and click that live chat button and make any requests that you have for your personal healing. We're going to get things kicked off by building a beautiful crystal grid to help support all of the healing requests of everyone who's here. You can request a specific or general healing vibe that you're looking for, or even request specific stones. If I have them, I'll happily add them. If you're watching this on the replay, know that you can skip ahead to just the healing if you should want. Just go ahead and skip to the 45-minute to 1 hour point, or where you see the lights begin to shift, and then you'll be treated to just music and Reiki. And for those of you who are returning, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. It's wonderful to see you again. Let's say some hellos and get into the building of the grid and see what we have in store today. Wonderful. Awesome. So let's see. I see Blue Sky. I see Chris. Chris, no worries. I'll totally see you on the replay. Let's see. And yeah, let's get started. I see some really good requests already. Awesome. Yeah, I absolutely love it when you guys stop by and put the comments of what you want to see ahead of time. I absolutely love it. I'm here for you no matter when you can join in. Reiki isn't bound by space or time, as we always talk about. So this is totally a perfect way to help support your wellness when you can get to it. So let's see what we've got. Great week. I am having a great week so far. Indigo Gabbro, Tourmalinated Quartz, Red Tiger Eye, Larimer, and Smoky. You got it. So I will explain each of these. And I'm also going to explain some of the stones that I have in the grid already. They're typical ones that we use pretty commonly, and I like having them on hand for us. Let's see, Larimer, Smoky, Tourmalinated, and Indigo Gabbro. Smoky. Cool. So to start us off, I have some pyrite. The concept is that false gold helps call in the real gold, and this is definitely a great one for manifesting financial abundance. Also superb for intuition and protection at the same time. So whether you're an experienced intuitive or it's something new to you, this is a beautiful stone to work with. It's also thought to help support good, healthy memory. We have this stone underneath here. This is nephrite jade. Jade is a blessing of fulfillment, happiness, balance, and everything great in every aspect of life. So romance, community, family, career, all of it. So perfect base for our grid. We also have our usual copper. Copper helps to get the energy flowing optimally. It helps to break up any energy blockages. Citrine is really helpful for calling in financial abundance as well. We also have moss agate, which in addition to helping the body clear any influence, whether it's a bacterial infection or virus, on a spiritual level, it's fantastic for inner child work, higher self work, unconditional love, as well as connection to nature, and even fears of the unknown if you're in a time of change. We have blue lace agate, which is everything that can help soften the throat chakra. It helps with communicating things that can be really difficult to speak on. Things that are sensitive emotionally. It also helps you to soften what you have to say if it's something that's going to be difficult for someone else to hear. And it's great for any kind of throat ache too. And we have peridot. Peridot helps with breaking up cycles that are things we keep doing that basically aren't helping us. It helps us to break those cycles and patterns, and also helps to bolster and support and even find new friendships that support this new positive turn in our life. It's also thought to be helpful for depression and weight loss to some extent. Hey, JS, good to see ya. And pink tourmaline, which is thought to be one of the stones that can do all manners of magic when it comes to women's health, GYN problems, cycles, painful cycles, things like that. It's also just really helpful for things like spine injuries, mother-baby bonding, and even neuralgia. So helpful stone there. We have moonstone by request. We're still definitely feeling the energy of that Leo full moon a couple days ago. Just woof, that was very jam-packed. This is one that helps with intuition, connection to the divine feminine, also the cycles and rhythms of nature, as well as connecting with deep wisdom, even ancient wisdom, and also protective of travelers. I often think of moonstone as very connected with the High Priestess Tarot card. And iolite, this is a favorite that pretty much shows up in every grid that we do. Iolite helps with getting better quality of sleep, especially if you have difficulty grounding around sleep time and your intuitive senses are kind of keeping you awake. It's also tremendously helpful for things like hypnagogic imagery. So that's when you're journeying or having any kind of visual meditation, as well as fever and money management and even weight loss. So we have all of those good things covered there. Wonderful. And let's see what we have. Indigo Gabbro by request for Blue Sky. Indigo Gabbro helps with identifying those things that we do that get in our own way, kind of like our tendencies and our defaults and our habits that actually are our own undoing. It could also indicate like thought patterns and beliefs that are kind of in our way too. But yeah, it brings it to our attention in a way where we can actually act on it and make changes. So it's a beautiful stone to work with for that. So we'll put that here and here. Also goes by the name Mystic Merlinite. Smoky quartz is very protective, and it also helps to transmute or fundamentally change energy. And it can look a number of different ways. You can have smoky quartz that's nearly black. You can have some of it that's just slightly darker than clear. But yeah, smoky quartz fundamentally changes that energy. It's great to have in your home or healing space for that. Very protective, even back into the Middle Ages. This was kept in homes to help ward thieves off. It's also just in general a wonderful stone for breaking up energy blocks and calming worry. So I'm going to go ahead and put some here in the center. There we go. And JS intentions, finding a new job and home abroad. Oh, congratulations. And getting organized. I'm moving house, going on a big trip, and looking for a job all at once. Absolutely. Yeah, tourmalinated quartz is perfect for that. And this was also requested by Blue Sky. As usual, we have such complimentary requests. So tourmalinated quartz is really helpful anytime you're looking to break up anything that's like stuck. So this is black tourmaline going through clear quartz, and black tourmaline helps to repel negative energy or less than great energy. And going through clear quartz, it's very high vibrational, so it breaks up things that are stuck and trapped. It's even thought to break up on the physical level things like scar tissue and physical blockages. But also it definitely works on like emotional blockages, emotional scar tissue, and in general helps us feel a little bit easier going. It's very protective of travelers along with moonstone, so definitely helpful of your travel. It's also really helpful with finding new streams of revenue. So whether it's a gig, a job, a new way to monetize something you're already doing, whatever it might be, this is a superb stone for all of those things. So we're going to go ahead and bring it in. Yeah, this is even great if you have like childhood tendencies that you're trying to break. This can be really helpful. So I'll bring in a whole bunch because why not? All the best with finding that job. I'm also going to bring in some honey calcite, optimism in challenging times, and it also helps to attract good colleagues, friendships, love interests, all of that good stuff. It's a really joyful stone. It helps to balance the sacral and solar plexus chakras. Solar plexus is your center of personal will and what you want to do, your sense of self-identity, your sense of personality, as well as sacral is your interconnectedness to others, the way you show up and relate to others and the world around you. So this can be really helpful with showing up as a new you, deciding what you want to do going forward, but also how to interact with others. So yeah, wonderful stone to put around. Awesome. We had a request for Larimer. This is great for separating the ego from the self, but also with getting some confidence in your spiritual purpose. Starting to say, you know, I feel like I want to go along the lines of my spiritual purpose, whether it's a personal thing or a professional thing, and especially if it's a professional thing. This can help with really being innovative and having the confidence to say, yeah, I'm going to do this differently, and this is exactly the way I'm meant to do this. So Larimer. There we go. And we'll add one more here too. Picture Jasper, you got it. That's a great one. Picture Jasper is great for envisioning the future and seeing big potential, big possibilities. It definitely is the perfect stone for moves abroad. Moves abroad, experiencing and learning about new cultures, seeing yourself in those new cultures. Also helps to relieve and identify hidden fears that might be holding you back. This is one that you can also just sort of maybe even see possibilities that you might be excluding without even knowing about it. This is one of those stones, really helpful for that. So perfect stone for what you're doing. Let's do one here and one here. Cat hair forever on the grid. Little kitty blessings. Red tiger eye is very protective. Whether it's malevolent spiritual work or bullying at the workplace or at school, toxic groups, family browbeating, picking on, this can be really helpful for all of the above. It helps to bring that stuff to light and kind of squash it a little bit. It's great for sexism and gaslighting and things like that too. It can really help people that are struggling with a toxic workplace, especially. This is one I often recommend for that. It's great too if you need to manifest quick financial help. So red tiger eye. Highly, highly protective. And let's see what else. Feel to bring in some orange sunstone. This is one that helps us to get out of our own way when we're envisioning the future. So it's got a lot of overlap with Picture Jasper. This is one that helps to awaken the solar plexus and sacral chakra so that we can start to sort of not play small. It reminds us that we are here for a purpose and to step into our own. And it's a great confidence builder and helps connect us with our spiritual guidance at the same time. So we'll bring that in. That's orange sunstone. Orange and yellow sunstone are wonderful for this. So there we go. And let's see what else we have. responding rather than reacting to emotionally charged situations, support and protection in an environment where gossip and criticism are the norm. Definitely, red tiger eye is helpful. Let's see. Here we go. Aquamarine can be helpful for pettiness. I like to think of it as the anti-Karen stone. We often joke about that here. People who are looking for reasons to be aggrieved, because there's a reason for people to stand up and say, hey, you're stepping on my foot, could you not? And then there's people who kind of show up and say, my foot could have been there and I need you to performatively do something. There's people who argue in bad faith, and this is to protect against the folks of the latter, the people who argue in bad faith. This is also May Justice Prevail. It definitely calms the always aggrieved, the people who are always looking to have an axe to grind. It also, for pettiness, a lot of that is that kind of undercutting, backbiting, gossip, slander, things like that. Red tiger eye, perfect for that. But this definitely helps with a lot of that like low level energy. It also helps with forgiveness, but it depends on, and it's forgiveness either side, whether it's forgiveness because you want to give someone another chance or forgiveness because you want to set yourself free from them. Whichever the case may be, this can help. It's also great for the teeth and gums and fluids in the body. Let's put that here. So that's aquamarine. Smoky quartz is also quite protective. And support for and protection for an environment. Bright lightheartedness, playfulness to everyday situation. Protection for women in the workplace. Absolutely. Red coral. Protection for women in the workplace and just women everywhere in general, especially when it comes to just misogyny overall. This is a stone that I often recommend when it has to do with that. Anything that is putting down a woman, relegating her, devaluing her, dismissing, any way that we're sort of neutralizing this person as a part of a group. Excellent for the kind of glass ceiling or old boys club kind of mentalities, and for, in general, just empowering the woman to standing up for yourself. So we'll put that here. So that's red coral. And for facts over feelings and conversation, like you're saying, not to so much react, but to like stand firm and stand tall. We have blue tiger eye. Facts over feelings and conversation, like just not about the nonsense and the drama. This is also a great one. Sorry, I hit the mic stand there. This is a great one for anyone who is like a whistleblower or a truth teller who, other people don't like the truth, so they slander, they malign. This is great. It's very protective in that. It's also great for any kind of public speaking or writing, especially if what you're saying or writing is in conflict with someone's chosen ideas or chosen backstory or narrative, if you would. It's great for bold communication, and it's also really calming and helps to combat stress in a big way. So this is one that's protective of the truth tellers. So let's put that with the red tiger eye. For And for support for your mom who's struggling with Parkinson's, epidote is thought to be really helpful. Hey, Jennifer, good to see you. Back pain, abdominal pain, anti-inflammatory. Gotcha. Totally understand. Okay. There we go. So epidote can help. Sorry about that. Epidote can definitely help with that. It's also great for negative self-talk. But this is thought to have a positive effect on lots of things with the brain. It looks, here, what's the best way to show it? It looks like Unakite, but just a little bit darker in some cases. Some cases it's more green, some cases it's more pink. But it also helps with the nervous system and the skin. Chevron amethyst is helpful for any kind of shamanic journeying work, visionary meditation, channeling. And it's also got an indication for degenerative diseases. So Parkinson's would definitely be among those. So chevron amethyst, the only difference between it and regular amethyst are these lines that you might be able to see. And here, I'm just going to hold them so you can see that. They almost look like lines that are shaped like little V's, like literal chevrons. Those are thought to help with bringing ideas and intentions up to spirit and then hearing what comes back. These being carved into double terminated points is additionally helpful for that. So yeah, this is chevron amethyst. So I hope that that's helpful for her. Let's do that here. And lots of love to you. Sorry you've got kind of the mean girl environment. Oh, I do not wish that on anyone. Hey, Highland Love, good to see you. We had some requests from Chris. Spinal stenosis, low metabolism, quit smoking, financial abundance, Kundalini awakening, relationship focus, and channeling. And we've got some stones requested. So we've got peridot, we have iolite, rutilated herkimer, aqua aura, blue kyanite. Rutilated herkimer, aqua aura. Rutilated quartz, we're also going to set the intention that this support Korakar's stepfather. So rutilated quartz is clear quartz that has rutils going through it. Kind of similar to what we saw with the tourmalinated quartz, except instead of it being black tourmaline, these rutils are thought to direct healing exactly where it needs to go in the body. And it's often been used as a gift to give to folks who are battling cancer. It's thought to help energetically or, positive intentionally support them as the different drugs and different therapies are working on them. It's like a well wish that it send all of that healing stuff to exactly where it needs to go to destroy what it needs to destroy. It's also helpful for focus in general, focusing the mind and improving the mind-body connection. It can also help really energize us if we're kind of run down or if we're just getting better from being sick. This can be really helpful. So rutilated quartz. There we go. Aqua aura is a stone that's been man-altered. At the heart of this is clear quartz. And it's been put through a process using gold. And that's actually turned it blue. It's thought to help with depression and seasonal affective disorder. A lot of us here struggle with that. I struggle with depression, and I'm not one to say, do crystals and forget about everything else. No shame in the med game. I use meds. I do all the things I possibly can to help myself with it, including crystals. And this one has proven to be really helpful, despite that it's not the most natural thing. But the Egyptians worked with stones that were altered. So, I mean, there must be something to it. So I'll put that there for now. Blue kyanite helps us with radical self-acceptance. Loving ourselves exactly as we are, as well as understanding the spiritual messages that we're getting when we journey, read tarot cards, when we dream, when we're just open and intuitive. This can help us to understand what's coming through. It's also thought to be really helpful for things like folks who are recovering from stroke. If it's impacting speech or mobility, this is thought to be helpful. There we go. Herkimer helps with a more spiritual bend on manifesting. And when I say that, I mean when we request something from the universe rather than, universe, give me this. It's more like, universe, this is what I'd like and what I need. And I'd like it to be of positive impact to everyone and everything it touches. Let it be the highest version of what it can be. Herkimer also helps with being in the present moment, which, like, when is that a bad thing to embody? But especially if we're asking for something or working towards our next steps, it helps us if we're grounded in what's going on right here and now and not just constantly looking for the next thing. It also is thought to help metabolism and intuitive connection, and it helps to balance discordant energy. So this could also help the work environment for blue sky. I also think about Greg and Susan, are regulars, when I see this stone come up. Okay. Citrine we have, labradorite, rose quartz, black tourmaline. Let's do it. So black tourmaline, as we discussed with tourmalinated quartz, this really helps keep negative energy at bay. It can help to keep your energy clear by not taking on things that are not yours. So we'll put that right behind the tourmalinated quartz. There we go. And for labradorite, this is another one that can bring about really good quality sleep alongside iolite. You're totally welcome. You're totally welcome. This can help with workplace harmony, so another one that can be really supportive of blue sky as well. It helps with research, study, and really detailed attention to things. So if you're somebody who does things like programming or coding or works with data management, this is a superb stone. If you're going through your accounting and you're trying to find all the detailed info, great stone to work with. This can also help with finding errors in that regard, as well as clairvoyance and finding joy when we travel. So this can also help JS, joy and travel. Have some fun while you travel. We also have rose quartz. Rose quartz makes it so much easier to let go of what doesn't serve because it's a very strong, very consistent, very stable, unconditional love energy. And because it is so stable, it allows us to kind of let go of the worry of, well, if I let go of this, what will take its place? Will it be worse? It helps to remind us that there's something else to make space for. So it can be it's very heart stabilizing in those ways. So yeah, we will bring this in. Let's put this under the iolite. Jen, if you go back to sleep, all the love to you for sure. Let's also do back pain and abdominal pain from the anti-inflammatory meds. Yeah, they always mess up my stomach, man. Some of them I can't even think about taking. They really, really mess with my stomach. Let's see. I'm going to bring in some shungite for your stomach. Just intuitively, it feels like that's what wants to be there. This is usually seen as like a stone that can absorb like toxins, and it does. This actually might be part of your water filtration system. With that, don't just go to a crystal shop, grab some shungite and drop it into your water, because you don't know what it has already absorbed. So definitely get it from a really good supplier that's already sort of been able to check them in a way that is a little bit more scientific. On an energetic level, which is how we're using it, this is one that's thought to help absorb negative energy, but we can also put the energetic intention that it help absorb anything in your stomach from, that's irritating it. This is also a good one in general for stress and emotional pain, as well as energy blocks. It helps with tissue recovery and tissue repair. So if there's any of that that's needed for your back, this can help that too. But for some reason, I just felt like this might really calm your stomach. So I'm going to bring this in. So shungite. If you are someone who's very sensitive to electromagnetic fields, this can be a helpful stone as well. For the pain and inflammation, I want to bring in some lapis. Not only is it excellent for that, it's a great integrity stone. As my friend Janie would say, talk to do ratio. It's like I like to think about that with this stone. This is a stone of personal responsibility, honest, open communication, and more or less not only setting that for you, but also setting an expectation that you work with people that embody those principles as well. So yeah, also thought to be helpful for things like vertigo and anything with the inner ear or hearing loss. You're totally welcome, Jen. I hope the things help. Let's see, I'll put that here. Oh, bloated from the meds. I have an idea for that. There's another one too. Zoisite might help. It's good for bloating and the bowels and all that kind of stuff too. Zoisite. It's also great for connection with nature, so it can help with seasonal affective disorder to some extent because we feel more connected with like the greenness and lushness of earth and nature. It can help with encouraging you to face problems and setbacks head on if you're kind of reticent to face them and you're, stalling or procrastinating, as well as it's thought to be helpful for fertility. Yeah, this will help with the bloating. Zoisite. Where shall we squeeze you in, Zoisite? Let's put that one here. Put that one here. Okay. We also have, I wanted to bring in dumortierite. I was just going through the stones and this jumped out at me. For blue sky, this can definitely help with standing up for yourself and patience, as well as pent up anger, so that we don't just hold all the anger in and then get explosive about it either. It can also aid in tidiness, improving situations that seem hopeless. It can help ground chaotic energy, or at least help us navigate it. And also just not only standing up for yourself, but having patience to stand up for yourself when you're ready to do it. And also help support ligaments and tendons if that's something you have going on. So I'll put that down here. So that's dumortierite. We also have unakite to support the intention of quitting smoking. It's another stone that's really helpful for anything having to do with women's health. This is pregnancy, fertility, childbirth, labor, postpartum, all of the above, as well as metabolism and body fluids, but definitely great for quitting smoking, really addictions of all kinds, but especially smoking. So unakite looks very similar to epidote. We also have some Amazonite, which may help with the back pain as well. It's good for anything having to do with the spine or spinal nerves. I have spinal nerve issues myself. It's also a great care stone for caretakers, to remind caretakers that we need care too. So we can bring this in. Amazonite can come in darker greens or lighter blue greens. Sometimes with stripes of white, sometimes this like pale kind of color that you see here, and sometimes much darker than this heart-shaped stone. But yeah, it helps to remind caregivers that we need care too. We need to take care of ourselves to avoid burnout, and that we are absolutely worthy of the same caliber of care and love and compassion that we would show others. So let's go ahead and bring this out. Where shall I put you? Okay. And that is Amazonite. And let me see what else we have. Carnelian, we have pyrite, we have moonstone. Carnelian. Aragonite with Caribbean blue calcite, sapphire. Yeah, we're almost there. So last call if you have any particular crystals or any kind of intentions you want to set. So sapphire helps us with anything having to do with channeling, the connection to spirit, as well as how do we, in a sense, translate it so that the person we're getting these answers for can most easily understand it. When I do the tarot for 12 signs, which is up right now for February, this is what I have just off camera to help me connect and then figure out how to explain what I'm getting. So it's a very helpful stone. It can be a little ungrounding if you don't have experience with grounding your energy, so I would work with that first if you're new to it. Let's see. them here with these intuitive stones. And yeah, this is how blue sapphire forms in the earth. And that really cool pattern there. They were not cut into these shapes. This is how it forms. Same with ruby. They're both forms of corundum. Very, very strong stones. There we go. Aragonite with blue Caribbean calcite is two different kinds of calcite. The brown aragonite is connected with physical healing as well as the earth star chakra and the root chakra. The earth star chakra has to do with standing up and actually walking in our soul's purpose, doing the things that we know are in alignment with our spiritual highest good. The blue is the opposite. It's actually being aligned with the guidance and inspiration for what we're supposed to do, where we're supposed to go. It's like our spiritual North Star or our soul's purpose North Star. It's constantly updating and upgrading as we're setting new intentions, as we're thinking better, as we're healing. Constantly higher versions of what's possible are coming up. So this is one that helps us to open up in connection to the guidance of where to go and connection to the earth and how to actually show up in that. It's also great for all of the energy centers in between those two opposites. So the Kundalini energy that lays coiled at the base of the spine, it helps to create balance around that so that that energy can flow much more easily. So this is a great stone for that. And carnelian is another one that helps with relationships, even with workplaces. Another one that helps with also women's health, fertility, but sexuality, sexual function and dysfunction, fertility, relationships, but also relationships beyond the romantic relationships, how we relate to the people in the world around us, how we relate to community, our friends, our family, our workplace, our colleagues, our industry, profession, etc. This is how we see ourselves in relation to everything around us. It's also really helpful for things like finding your spiritually aligned partner, so like your soulmate, etc., as well as helping kind of shake off apathy and laziness and feeling like you want to get more involved in things. So this can help warm up creativity as well. So let's put this guy. Let's see. Actually. And then the last one, and then I'm going to go ahead and pick a couple stones for us to vote on. And welcome in if you're just getting here. Oh, we're about to get a kitty blessing. Hey, what's up, Hattie? Hi, Hattie. Yeah, you want a bag of toys to play with? Yeah? Yeah, here. You want to play? You want to play with some Amazonite? Play with some Amazonite, babe. Yep, we're getting photobombed by a cat. Go ahead, kitty. And this is hematite. Hematite helps us to ground, connect to the earth, and release any energy that we're ready to just let go of. This has also historically been thought to help clear the blood, even back to like biblical and pre-biblical writings. It was connected with that concept. The prefix hema, meaning blood, it's indicative of the high iron content, in that when you crack these open, you do see quite a bit of red. So it was linked with that. But it's thought to help connect with the earth and allow you to naturally release all of the energy that you just don't need anymore. It can can be very, very grounding. So I'll put it here and here. Oh, here comes a cat. Hey, hon. See little paws and a little tail. We just got a little cat blessing. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a couple of stones that I think could be really helpful for the grid to help complement everyone's requests. And then we are going to vote on them while I quickly explain what Reiki is, a little bit of how it works, and then we're just going to go ahead and get into the Reiki vibes where I start sending Reiki to you whenever and wherever you happen to be. So bear with me just one moment while I pick some really awesome contenders. Hey, how you doing? Hi. What you doing? Hi. What you do? What you do? Okay, so here's what came to me now. And by the way, if you're new here, you're not limited to just one vote. Hint, hint. So the first is clear quartz. It's a round bead that has been carved with the two fish. And this has a really beautiful synergy. It's sort of like the yin and the yang, the flow of energy through different things, the balance of one another. And also, if you are Reiki trained, this is very much aligned with the second symbol. But yeah, the two fish, the constant flow of energy. So flow and balance and going with things. Trusting the natural flow of the universe. The other is, hey Vincent, hope you're doing well. The other is Malachite. Malachite is superb for those times where we need to move on and leave something behind, even if it hurts to do it. This is one that can help us to let go of those things that we're very connected to in a very emotional and very heart-centered way so that we can move on and evolve. So it helps us to let go of what no longer serves. It helps us to evolve into the person we're meant to be, even if that's really challenging. So Malachite. So we have Malachite and clear quartz with the two fish. Again, you're not limited to just one vote, so go ahead and vote. I'm going to quickly explain a little bit about what Reiki is and what all is going to go on here, and then we're just going to get into the healing. Those of you who might already be snoozing, keep on snoozing. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name is Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I am so glad to have you all here with me today. Korakar and Vincent, I definitely kept you in mind when I was picking stones. You can probably see the crystals on there that are for you guys. Oh, and already we have our first vote. So yeah, you can take a hint if you're in chat to see what it is. So the Reiki that I practice is known as Usui Reiki, and it's named after this method's founder, Mikao Usui, who created this style in the early 1920s Japan. And at that time, it was Japan was under imperialism. You could not teach religion or anything that even kind of looked like religion. And this particular method was something that helped people connect with something that was of a very spiritual nature and at the same time was completely secular. I feel like that's a big part of why it resonates with us so strongly in the West. So the concept of just what energy is comes from the Shinto perspective. And Shinto is the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everything is interconnected and everything has a soul. And I mean everything, not just me, but what you're sitting on, what's behind you, the plants, the animals, the trees, the earth. Everything has a soul. Everything is interconnected. And within that interconnectedness, there are forces at play, one of which is a spiritually guided life force or soul energy that supports us on our physical, spiritual, mental, and emotional levels, that our body's working with all the time already, whether or not we kind of acknowledge its existence or know about it. That's what Reiki translates to, is spiritually guided soul energy or life energy. So when we're connecting with this, or when I'll be connecting with this during our session today, I'm just intentionally connecting with that energy that's already flowing through everyone everywhere. And I'm essentially directing more of it to you. Your body, mind, and soul already know how to work with it and already are. This will just be like a greater flow for them to do even more to whatever is in the greatest support of your well-being today. You can set intentions at any point in time during the session. Just think about them and they'll go to the universe. But you also don't have to have any special intention. You can just exist and be and see what Reiki is. It's a perfect opportunity to try it out. As you kind of hang out, you don't have to do a darn thing. You can just get as physically comfortable as you can. Laying down, sitting up, doesn't matter. You can lay down and cover your eyes. You can use this as an opportunity to just relax or meditate, or even bust out a guitar or do a couple of yoga stretches. Whatever feels right to you in this moment. This time is for you. Sometimes it's great for introspection, and sometimes it's great just to relax and take a deeply healing nap. You may feel sensations in your physical body. Emotions may come up or be released. Mentally, you may hear your subconscious speaking to you and bringing you some things. You may get a chance to just mentally parse some things out, which, by the way, you don't have to keep your mind silent, and you don't have to focus on anything. Just simply be. You may also get some spiritual guidance, some intuitions. You may just feel deeply relaxed and sleep a little bit. It'll probably be a combination of all of these things in different sequence for you, depending on what you need today. So as we go into the session, I will turn the lights down. You'll notice that they move around from several different colors. At no point will they flash or strobe. And the music, if you want to learn more about our musical creator, she's got her own amazing YouTube channel. Check out the description below. All the way at the bottom is the information about her. Definitely check her out. Her music is great, and I listen to it in the background when I'm working during the day. And other things to keep in mind, whatever you'd like, any intentions you have, just bring them to the universe and let go. You can always enjoy these healings, whether you're alive or in the future, as we've discussed, essentially because we're all interconnected, and this energy is flowing through all of us everywhere, no matter where we are. It doesn't matter when we are. Reiki isn't bound by time and space like we as corporeal beings are. So if you're watching this in the future, hello from the past, you're going to have just as fun and healing a time. Just go ahead, relax a little bit, and hang out and see how it shows up for you. If you have any questions at the end of the 25-minute session, I'll reopen the chat. You can ask any questions, you can share any experiences, and if you're watching this in the future, you can use the comments or reach out to me through my website, learnreikiphiladelphia.com. If you want to learn more about my live online Reiki certification courses, community Discord, crystal shop, or social media, all of it is linked in the description below. So thank you so much for being here. Consider liking the stream and subscribing if you're into this. I'm here 5 times a week live on YouTube, and I'd love to see you soon. So enjoy your session, and let's see what won that vote. Awesome. So we have a both, and a malachite. I love it. Let's do both. Malachite. Ooh, so pretty. And we'll take this, place that here. We'll see if we can get this to balance in there, and there we go. There we go. Awesome. So everybody go ahead, relax. I will be sending you some Reiki. I'll be back for you in 25 minutes. Enjoy your session and thank you for being here. I invite you to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to your body. Check in with yourself and see if you'd like to stretch, move, or bend. Thank you so much for being here today. It was an honor and a pleasure to share this healing with all of you. I don't know about you, but I feel much better. If you have any questions or anything to ask or anything to share, go ahead and use the chat now. You're so welcome, JS and Vincent. You're welcome, Jen. I hope you feel better. Best email address for me? In the chat right now. It's on my website too, but it's Danielle at Learn Reiki Philadelphia. And if you want to, everyone, you can also contact me through the website, learnreikiphiladelphia.com. And there's also information about my social media down below too. The tarot readings for all 12 signs are up now here on YouTube, as well as on my TikTok, which you can find me at Learn Reiki. So it's a nice, easy one to remember. Thank you all so much for being here. So if anyone has any questions, go ahead and let me know now. I'm going to start to bring the stream to a close. You're so welcome. Thank you. Hope all of you have a beautiful day. Definitely remember to hit the like button on the way out. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that too. So I'm going to go ahead and bring things to a close with an abundance of gratitude for every single one of you. Thank you so much for being here. I will be back tomorrow, Wednesday at 4 p.m., Fridays at 4 and 8 p.m., and Sunday at 8 p.m. All of those times are East Coast, U.S. Thanks again. Have a beautiful rest of your day. I hope to see you again soon, and bye for now.